home as well. I'm sure you sat back watching it thinking...
You know, that I think that the best way to describe it is, I spoke to my dad today and I said to him, I can't believe what happened in Southport. And he said, what? And I said, are you joking? And he's like, what? What happened? I said, three kids lost their lives, and you know, in a mass stabbing of just these young girls that were at a Taylor Swift dance class. He said, you're joking. And I just said, Dad, like, how bad is it that something like that can happen? And he, who reads the news, right, not like going through the paper every day, but like he's on social, like he hasn't even seen it. Like, we've become so desensitized to this stuff, and it's really making me sick as a parent that my kids, and you know, luckily they're 14 and 11, but the younger kids, the world that they could be being brought up in terms of our country. Like, what the fuck has happened to our country? And I just don't understand. It's like, you know, you got all these conspiracy theories out at the moment, and it's like, why are you allowing this to happen? I don't understand. Like, what normal person doesn't turn around, not today after what's happening, but 2 years ago, and gone, we need to make a change. We can't allow people to walk our streets with knives. And you know, there's a lot of talk about immigration and all this kind of stuff, and I'm not going to get into it. The fact remains, our streets need to be safe.
The laws aren't good enough, are they? Really?
But the reality is whatever the problem is, it needs to be solved. But we cannot allow in our country our streets not to be safe. We cannot allow our kids to be in a creche or in a dance class and worry and fear for their safety. It's England. It's Great Britain. It's you know, we're a country where we, like, I can't understand what's happening, and I don't know why people aren't grabbing hold of the situation and making a change. It's like everybody's scared to say something. Everybody's scared to do something. Oh, we can't do that because it'll upset them, and we can't say that. And it was, guys, come on. Like, doesn't matter from what walk of life you're from. Doesn't matter what religion you're from. Surely you have to see what's happening and know that it is wrong and it is evil and it has to stop. But who's going to do something? And it's getting worse and worse, and it's going to make people leave the country, right? I work all around the world. I don't have to be in England, but I love England. Like, I love where I come from. I love my home. I love going around my parents' house. I love, you know, the fact that, you know, my granddad and nan were, and they were there, and they were in the East End, and they, do you know what I mean? And it's like, it just, it makes me want to leave the country. That's the best way to describe it. It makes me want to, you know, my kids, I want them out, you know? But I just, like, how are these people not sitting in the office, in Parliament or in a cabinet and saying, guys, enough is enough? Do you know what they are? Spineless. That's what they are. And I don't know, you know, I don't know the answer, but they're like, you can't just say, oh, it's, you know, there's no answer, or it's too, no, because that's spineless as well. Make the fucking change now, because our country will go down the pan, and what will happen is it will become overrun by people who have had enough. Right?
And that's a dangerous territory, as we've seen with the riots last night.
Every day, because people are having enough. Not just, you know, my mate, you know when you read a group chat, oh, my mates have had enough. Do you know what I mean? The public have had enough. And in the end, they're going to want to stand up for themselves and for their country. And once you get to that spot, it's a dangerous time, so make the change.
Like myself, you grew up in the 90s, it's scary how the world was a completely different place in the 90s.
When I was born in 1979, right? So in 1997, I started going out. 1998 into the 2000s, there was no, like, all right, you might see someone get chinned in a nightclub every now and again or whatever, but you think you could walk, you know, I've had people come over for meetings. They walk outside their hotel in London, someone pulls a knife on them and nicks their phone. What the fuck's going on? Like, and how is it okay? I see pictures today in Southend. My kids go to Southend. There's people with machetes chasing each other down a street, the high street in Southend. Southend.
I'm going to leave it on that, but I think you kind of stole the words, and I think it's pretty much what everyone in the country is thinking. It is sad.
They haven't got the balls to do something about it. Someone's got to come in. I mean, I know it sounds a bit weird. I think it makes me want to, like, become involved in, you know, in try. I don't know, but like, it's just, it baffles me. These idiots sitting in Parliament and in the government just, they haven't got a clue. They have not got a clue what they're doing.
Definitely so, Eddie. Appreciate your time, and we'll chat more.